Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Zoe and I'm a fashion design student and intern ? I literally just finished the internship. I've been vlogging from my previous vlogs yesterday, but we're gonna keep moving forward. So as you probably saw by the title, today's video is my current taste and fashion thought diary. There are a lot of things that I've been thinking about and accumulating over time, which I have in my trusty notebook. So I will be getting into this today. Things I'm loving at the moment, things that I've been thinking about. So I hope you guys all enjoy. And before we get started, please, if you would like to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And you can follow me on Instagram at @firstsalmimi or by @firstsalmi. One of them's my personal, one of them's my fashion design account. But anyways, let's get into it. The first things that we're going to be talking about is what I've been into / thinking about in terms of fashion. So the first thing is, I have been wearing a Canadian tuxedo to work basically every single day, if not pretty much all the time. I just think that it's so perfect for this kind of weather in the UK, maybe 8 to 12 degrees. It's warm enough, but it's also kind of cool. The one thing is though, but my jeans are a little bit too big, so other than that, nobody can see that. But I just think a Canadian tux, specifically the one that I wear, which is the denims match perfectly, even though they're not the same. And I got it, or them both, from my mother. The denim jacket, which is French Connection, and the jeans, which are Diesel, and they're literally from 25 years ago. They look amazing, I think. But anyways, so yes, the next thing in fashion that I'm really into at the moment is these kind of shirts, a flowy button up kind of vibe. This is also my mother's, shout out to her, but I just really like the collar on this. It has some lace detailing, which you can see, and it's not uncomfortable, it's not too tight, and I think they look really chic and elegant. This is all I'm wearing. I'm not wearing any makeup. I've got my hair styled nicely, I think. But I just think it looks really clean and effortless. So yeah, this is something that I think I'll find myself wearing a lot more. Also because I really like Tom Ford, and I just feel like this kind of gives that vibe. I don't know. So another thing that I'm really into, which is coming off of the back of my trip to Nigeria, I got these silver bangles, which I'll put images up, and I can't really wear them now just because I'm layering up a lot, so it's a bit uncomfortable under a sleeve. However, the sun is coming out and we won't have to layer as much so often anymore. I could be being delusional though, just because this English weather, it was literally 16 degrees last week. Now it's 8. But anyways, I can't wait to wear silver bangles during the summer. I just think they're so nice, and the clinky sound is such a vibe, and it's just so exciting. I think having them on my bedside table is making me excited for summer, because that's when I'm going to be wearing them. On that note, I think white trousers, I don't know why, but that kind of fits nicely with the bangle spring summer vibe. I don't know if I'm being influenced by the current personal style is out, people are dressing more conservative, because I personally think white trousers are a bit, what's the word? They're not necessarily conservative, but they're a pretty simple piece that is impractical, but in my mind, I think I could make it work. Add a flowy black long sleeve top and some pointed boots, or maybe a pump. I think that's pretty chic. I think it would be cute with a little collarbone sticking out, and my hair styled pretty similarly. I don't know. There's something interesting about a pair of white trousers, which I think I find myself gravitating towards, but I don't know if I actually want them or not. Like, am I being influenced? Or am I thinking that I'm being influenced by what I see, but I'm not, because I actually do like them? Who knows? I'm rambling. But anyways, I think this is my final fashion thought that I have written in here is so many fashion brands, from streetwear to high-end, our innate desire to create. I think this is really interesting because I truly believe that as we are all made in the image of God, He is creator. Therefore, we were made in the likeness of Him. We feel the need to create. It's just like how we need to eat. We need to create. And obviously for a lot of people that form is fashion. From streetwear to from making t-shirts to designing high-end, luxury products or really meticulously designed pieces. However, there is a lot, and fashion is one of the biggest contributors to our current global crisis of lack of sustainability and pollution and many, many other things that are not good for the environment or people. And I have this dilemma that I've been fighting with myself for a long time about. I'm going to pursue fashion because it means a lot to me. However, making anything in this current environment, climate not as in but anyways, in this current climate is unsustainable, period, because everything that exists. If you're making more, then you're adding to whatever trash that there is, whether it be through toiling and you have to throw it away because it's not actually a wearable piece, or for example, t-shirts that don't get sold and then get put into landfill. I don't know how to escape that ? I've been thinking about that a lot. I don't really have any solution to it because you would just have to not create, but I don't think that's possible because I need to. I have to. So I will just leave that thought with you, and if anyone has any opinions about that too, please leave it in the comments, because I really, really want to know what other people think about this too. Anyways, so fashion, we can push that to the side. Now, makeup. I haven't really been wearing makeup actually, now that I think about it, for the past month. It's just a bit too long to put on at 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't have time for that, but I do love makeup, and there are a couple things recently that I've just been yes, I love that. Number one is a black lip liner and a light lip gloss. I usually use a kohl eyeliner for my lips, and then I have these NYX lip glosses, or actually my Clinique lip something, which also really works well. I think those look really clean, but after watching the Tom Ford Fall Winter 25 show, I had to do a black lip liner with a red lip, and I absolutely love it. It's so it gives the Matrix vibes, that kind of ambiance, super strong, and then I've got these aviator sunglasses. It just makes me feel like a baddie, and that's what we want. Yes. The last thing to do with makeup really is my hair. So when I got it done, it was styled in a poofy pixie, but first of all, that's a lot of heat and I don't want to damage my hair via heat, and two, I really enjoy this slick down look. I've been sucking it down like to the side and the side this way, but I also think this like fringe moment is kind of cute. And I've been looking a lot at, I think her name's Russell Taylor. Her pixie cuts have been so cute. I don't think she has a pixie anymore, but when I was looking on the internet, her hair was so cute, and I've been using her as inspo to style this, but it's a bit difficult because like it grows really quickly and then I have to cut it, but I don't know if I'm cutting it correctly, and then I have to re-relax it. It's a process, but I'm enjoying it. It's not actually as easy to maintain as I thought it would be, but it's also, I don't think you could say it's easier than Afro, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have, like, makeup-wise. I also use the, I don't know how you pronounce it, Schwarzkopf hair mousse. They sponsored the last show that I worked on, and yeah, their hair mousse is really, really good. So, music-wise, yes. I have a wide music taste, if some people didn't know. I recently have been listening to, a wide range of music. I really enjoy, like, bossa nova, Brazilian. I love the sound of Brazilian Portuguese, yes. I love jazzy soul. And then I also love me some UK rap. And I have some recommendations. So, the first song is a Christian jazzy soul vibe, and the song is called Breathe, and it's by Nissen, and her vocals are just wonderful. That is the best way to describe it. Full of wonder. Like, her voice is so beautiful, and I could listen to her for hours. Her music is just great. The next thing we have is Caldo, Active. You know I get active. I do. But the outcome's income passive. This is some UK rap. And it's partially in Italian too, which is helpful because I'm trying to learn Italiano. So that is what I've been listening to. This is a Spanish song, so it kind of like makes me get a little bit confused, but La Ciruela, I think that's right, by Nico play. And I think his music was going really viral on TikTok, but I think it's a Spanish love song. I don't actually know what the lyrics mean. Yeah, I don't know what the lyrics mean, but it's a beautiful song. And then finally we have Excellent by Sunday Service Choir, and I just love to listen to gospel. It's healing. So, music-wise, that is what we have. My current watches. I have been rewatching Attack on Titan with my little sister. She's 12. She doesn't know anything about it, and I started watching it when I was like 10. When was I 10? 2014, like at the very beginning, with my cousins. So it took me like 10 years to watch the whole thing. But she doesn't know anything that happened, so I'm just reliving it, and it's just such an amazing show. The plot twists, the plot in general is crazy, and if you haven't watched it and you want to start watching anime, I would really recommend. It's kind of like horror, action, sci-fi, ? It's not really science fiction, but there's a lot of gore. It's a little rough. I enjoy. Another anime that I literally watched in a whole day when I was rotting was Windbreaker, and it's like a high school fight club kind of story, but it's really like there's a lot of lessons in anime, guys. I highly recommend. It's really a story about I'm getting deep in some like an animation, but like it is actually that deep. First and foremost, the importance of not judging someone by just a glance. People are multifaceted and people have their own stories. That is something that's really emphasized in this show. And then also, it's a story about redemption. Someone may seem bad from the start, but people, I think, for the most part, can always change for the better. For the most part, I don't know. Anyways, finally we have my favourite YouTubers. And I watch a lot of YouTube, more than I watch anything else, to be honest, other than football. But I've got, I think, a list of 6 people / accounts that I'm really into at the moment. And we have to start off strong with Bella Freud. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Fashion Neurosis. She has a podcast where she speaks with fashion designers established for the most part, and I think some other celebrities too, or people just in the industry. And she just talks to them about like their upbringing and their inspirations and what it's like working in the fashion industry, and I think it's absolutely amazing to listen to. I listen to her, Hader Ackerman, who is one of my favourite designers as of now, and also J.W. Anderson, and these were such interesting and insightful conversations to be able to eavesdrop on, I guess you could say. Yeah, I really enjoy her stuff. And I think to continue on with like the fashion conversation, YouTuber style, we have the Fashion Roadman. And if you're into fashion, then you definitely know who this guy is. If you don't get to know the Fashion Roadman, he talks about fashion, gives really good analysis and conversation with his viewers. He does live streams about like fashion business and current news about what's going on in the industry, whether it be from like creative directors moving or how Gucci have been on a downward spiral in terms of profits for the last 2 quarters, I think. It's really, really interesting to listen to him talk. Especially, I'm not really one to read too much about like the industry on a whole, but it's good hearing it from someone who's very informed, and he speaks about it in a very palatable way. So if somebody isn't really into or knows much about fashion, it can be quite intimidating to see all this information, but he's really, really good at breaking that down and just opening up such a closed off industry. He also recently reviewed The Tom Ford Show by Hader Ackerman, and when I tell you that has been my favourite show, like, ever, to be honest. No. Okay, it's not. But it's been my favourite show this season. It was absolutely beautiful, and I've rewatched that runway multiple times. I'll put up images. But I was so blown away by how elegant, but also strong. Strength in elegance. That's something that I'm really inspired by. Just the idea of strength in elegance. And I think he really portrayed that beautifully in this collection, with the colours, with the beautiful tailoring, and even like the high cut dresses that, for example, Alex Kansani, she looked beautiful in that yellow. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that forever. I've decided that I want to be buried in Tom Ford, period. Tom Ford by Tom Ford, Tom Ford by Hader Ackerman, I don't know. Either one, both, if not. Beautiful, absolutely amazing. Moving slightly more creative, we have a YouTuber that I recently discovered. His name is Abel. I'll put his name, Abel Kleinblatt. He is a designer of all mediums, I guess you could say. And his videos are just so cinematic. They really inspire me. I am not a wizard with a camera yet, but maybe we'll get there, we'll see. But his videos really inspire me to keep creating and to stay on top of things. He really gives like a realistic view of what it is to be somebody that is creative and working creatively. It's not always up and it's not always fun, but again, like I said before, it's something that low-key I feel like we need to do. I don't really have a choice. Like, if I'm not creative, then I'm probably gonna, I don't know, not crash out, but things go downhill when I'm not being creative. And his videos really motivate me to be creative and do something, even if it's something small, but also not beat myself up if I don't, you know? Balance. Anyways, as many of us know, I am a huge football fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to say unfortunately, but I've been through it supporting this club. But anyways, there are a couple YouTubers, two specifically, who I absolutely love to watch their videos. And they're not like Arsenal specific, but they just talk about football on a whole in a really, really, really entertaining way. First is Jib Rules. His videos are immaculately created. They're so fun to watch. He has like a green screen and his storytelling is admirable. I really would love to be able to speak the way that this guy speaks. He's entertaining, engaging, funny, and somehow they just managed to break down football in such an easy to understand way. When I was first, like, when my obsession started, there's a lot of information about football, and it may seem intimidating, but it's, once you like understand it, it's actually fun, and this guy makes it fun. I enjoy it. And then the last one is Daily Dose of Football. So listen to this. That is his iconic intro, and every time I hear that, I just know I'm going to have an experience. His videos are a lot about like football history and the stories behind some of these absolutely great players. For example, I watched this video on Jamie Vardy and his rise from the ground, really. He started in Sunday League football, I don't know if it was actually Sunday League, and literally walked straight into the Premier League after working and toiling for so hard. And then he freaking wins the whole Premiership with a team that should have been relegated. Ultimate underdog story. The way that he told it was just so entertaining. Like, it's literally like watching a film, not a documentary, a film. His editing skills are amazing too. Anyways, these two specific YouTubers, like, I really admire. I want to be able to create, not necessarily videos, but I just want to create something that's so entertaining and so enjoyable. I want to create clothes like that. ? No, I don't. But anyways, I think I'm kind of multifaceted in the sense that there are so many things that I want to dip my feet into, but I just don't know where it's going to go. I'm rambling now, but I'm just letting my thoughts flow. I don't know. We'll see how this video turns out, but I hope whoever watched this enjoyed. And if you, one, have a favourite show from this season, please comment down below because I'd love to know. I've watched a lot of them, not all, but a lot. Usually I would get burnt out, but it wasn't that deep this season, low-key. I think it's because I was a student back then, but yeah, I really enjoyed Tom Ford. So who did you enjoy? Another thing, if you like football, what team do you like? I'd like to know. That'll be fun. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys want to see more like this, maybe. I don't know. This is like every once in a while, just because this is an accumulation of thoughts from probably like the past 4 months, 5 months even, maybe, I'm not too sure. Yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, if you even made it this far. And if you like, you can follow me on Instagram. 2. I will catch you all later. This is a lot longer than I expected.